First, October 1st marks a sad anniversary for Maine. It was 7 years ago this Saturday when the cargo ship El Faro sank between Florida and Puerto Rico, taking the lives of 4 Mainers and all the others on board. Last Saturday in Rockland, hundreds of people helped to dedicate a memorial to those mariners and thank the man who had the vision, the drive, and the very personal reasons for building it. 207's Don Kerrigan has been following his story.
Tragedy and grief can't be burned away by a cutting torch, but perhaps in the right hands they can be transformed into art. These hands, belonging to artist Jay Sawyer, driven to use his art to remember a terrible tragedy at sea.
It's 33 souls, and it didn't matter what your position was on the ship. You know, you were a living human being with a family and a life.
October 1st, 2015, those 33 souls, all merchant mariners on board the cargo ship El Faro, died at sea when their ship sank in Hurricane Joaquin. 4 of those lost were from Maine: Captain Michael Davidson and Michael Holland, Dylan Mecklin, and Danielle Randolph. All were graduates of Maine Maritime Academy, just like Jay Sawyer, who grew up in Rockland and now lives just 2 towns away. Those connections and that loss called to him.
2 of the members from the El Faro grew up and lived in Rockland, were part of the community. Their family still is.
So over the past 6 years, Sawyer has crafted old steel into a memorial to remember those who did not come home.
This was my hand. That was my hand I used for a model.
His design also models the stern of the El Faro with the saluting figures above, 1 male, 1 female. And after all those years of work, Jay Sawyer brought his creation, titled El Faro Salute, to the Rockland waterfront.
Look at that. Yeah.
It must feel good to see it up there.
Big time, big time. Been a long time coming.
Carefully set onto the base, the memorial finally, permanently together.
I mean, it's done. And now the sculpture gets to go to work for the people, which was what we were trying to do.
And the people came, hundreds and hundreds of them for the dedication. The crowd included many with ties to Maine Maritime Academy, who also feel the bond with those on the El Faro.
It means to me the wonderful people that lost their lives doing a great job, and how scary this can be. And probably every mariner that's gone to sea has run into some situation where they wondered if they were going to make it out of it or not.
March! Right wheel, march!
The color guard, made up of midshipmen from both Maine Maritime and Massachusetts Maritime Academies. And up front, many of the families of those whose names are etched on the memorial.
We got to meet him today.
The grief still close to the surface for some. Jay Sawyer says he hopes this piece of public art can make a difference for them.
And it's more than the legacy of the crew. It's helping the families heal and all. And I'm not using the word closure because that's more than I can comprehend. And I'm not pretending this makes everything all fixed. It doesn't fix that, but I just hope it provides some comfort.
And for those who came, it may do just that.
It's absolutely stunning. It's perfect.
Deb Roberts is the mother of Michael Holland.
When October 1st rolls around, I feel like I need to be by the ocean because that's where all of our loved ones are essentially for a lifetime. And to be able to have something this beautiful that marks El Faro, that's overlooking the ocean, is just like the best of both worlds. It does mean a lot.
The sculpture also brought smiles to Rochelle Ham, who lost her husband Frank, and Lori Babio, mother of Rockland's Danielle Randolph.
It's one of the biggest honors that Jay could have done. I'm sure Danielle is just smiling from the heavens, saying what a huge tribute it is and an honor.
I was about in tears.
Yeah.
Because the pictures don't do justice. He sent me pictures and things like that, but literally being here and seeing that,
The memorial will stand here beside the harbor for all to see. And after 6 years, Jay Sawyer likes what he sees.
It's so wonderful, but it's so wonderful because it wasn't meant to be full of sorrow. It was really meant to accept that sorrow, but try to push past that and realize that there is happy there. There can be happy, even with that grief and the mourning taking place.
Through the openings in the steel, you can see the harbor and the Atlantic Ocean beyond, where other ships and mariners still sail every day. And you can see the Rockland breakwater light. El Faro, we're told, is Spanish for lighthouse. Places built to guide those at sea to safe harbor.
Don Kerrigan reporting. There is another El Faro memorial in Jacksonville, Florida. That was El Faro's home port. She sailed from there on her final voyage. That memorial is shaped like a lighthouse.